video, Lloyd, aka MegaBlitzz. In today's video, we're going to be looking at all of the 300 entries that were selected for the Pokemon 2024's Illustration Contest. Now, like I had said in a previous video, these people don't get really the recognition that kind of the TCG players get in the Pokemon video game players and the Go players and the casters and all that stuff. And I want to give appreciation to the artists that put so much time into all of this stuff. Now, some of the Pokemon that we're going to be seeing in these here are going to be one of the following Pokemon could be featured in each submission. So, we have Charizard, Pikachu, Eevee, Feraligatr, Flygon, Absol, Bidoof, Melmetal, Amped Form, Toxtricity, or Koraidon. For the first time ever, artists can choose to illustrate either a standard Pokemon card or a Pokemon EX card. So these are going to be based off of cards, to my understanding. And the contest was open from October 12th, 2023 through January 31st of 2024. Beyond Japan and the United States, artists from UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand could also compete this time around. So pretty cool. 3 winners will be announced in September of 2024. So that'll be pretty cool. So hopefully we're going to pick our top 3 and we'll go from there and see maybe kind of if we can guess right. Or, I mean, also it's kind of subjective because each person's favorites will be different. So let's get into it. It's going to be kind of probably organized in maybe alphabetical or something. Looks like the first one here is going to be Absol. Now, I have not looked at any of these, minus these like first like 3, just because we had seen them when I started. But anything past that, I don't really know. So, I mean, all these look really cool. I like this one. This one's kind of fierce. It's not my favorite art style, though. I like the Articuno in the background. You got Moltres back there, and I believe that's Zapdos. So that's kind of cool. I like this one. This one looks pretty cool. The, like, Blood Moon type thing going on. I like that. These are pretty cool. I like how, like, each different, like, this kind of looks like almost like watercolor, and this is, like, maybe even AI generated or something. And then just, I don't know, you can do so many different things with art, which I really appreciate, and you can really just kind of change it all up. This one looks really realistic. We got like a black and gray one. That's pretty cool. This one looks like it would be straight up out of a Pokemon movie, like out of the movie. I like the wind kind of rushing behind this. It looks very cool. Very fierce. This one's all right. I like this one too. This one's cool. I wonder what it's trying. I wonder what Absol's doing with its like I don't know what you call this. Like its blade, its head blade. I don't know what you'd call it. I like this almost like how when people take pictures of like dogs or like paint pictures of dogs, they usually have them posed like this. So I feel like they're treating Absol almost like a dog in this instance, where they're kind of posed like that, very proper like poodle type thing. And then you can even see in the background like the painting of it sitting like a dog would. So that's pretty cool. I like all these so far. I definitely, okay, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick one of each different type of Pokemon. So like one of Absol, one of Charizard, one of Pikachu, and then that's what we'll do. Maybe not top 3. I like one of each. I think one of each will be fun. Let's see. I'm a big fan of this. Almost kind of reminds me of like Digimon art, almost maybe. So that's pretty cool. In the snow, a lot of like in the snow pictures, which is interesting because I don't even know if Absol lives like in desert or like not desert, in like wintry areas. I don't even know if that's where Absol lives. I always thought it lived kind of like in like Rocky Mountain type stuff, but this one's pretty cool. I like this one a lot. I like this, like a cave drawing one. That's pretty fun. That's pretty cool. It's almost like they're god or something. I like that. This one got like kind of like running through the city. Got like a Skitty in the background, a Gulpin right there. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're at the Eevees now. So my personal favorite for the Absols was probably one of the first ones we had seen, which was the Blood Moon one that was up here. Let's take a look. This one. This one was my favorite right here. So that was probably my favorite of the Absol ones. And you guys are also more than welcome to let me know down in the comments as well which one your guys' favorite was for each different Pokemon. Or, you know, if you didn't like any of them. Or if one of these are even you point out and just let me know, like, hey, I drew this one. This one was me. That'd be really cool, too. All right, so back down here to the Eevees. We got this little Eevee sleeping, but now we're kind of past that, like, fierce, scary Absol, and it's, like, cute, cuddly Eevee. So I love the just change of, like, okay, this is what we're doing. So this one's really cool. I like this a lot. Kind of reminds me of, like, a print that you would buy at, like, a convention or something. So people love painting things in snow. I love this, all the different color leaves or heart scales or something based off of what evolution. So this is like Sylveon, Jolteon, Leafeon, Espeon, Glaceon. This is Flareon. So this one might be Vaporeon. This might be like Leafeon or something. And then this is like Umbreon. So that's still pretty cool though. I like that a lot. Especially as someone who, like, I don't know, I like Eevee. I got the big poster back there of all the evolutions. This one's probably Glaceon, actually, and this one's probably, like, Vaporeon or something. But in the front of the moon here, you got two Eevees just playing, having a good old time. I like this. I'm a big underwater person, so this might just kind of have to take the win for me. Plus, I love the Vaporeon in the background in the love disc. Looking at the Northern Lights, really like to see that. That's really cool. Oh! The Cherry Blossom Eevee. For those that don't know, my favorite tree is the Cherry Blossom tree. I think they're very pretty. I think they're just very, like, elegant and majestic looking, and they're very, like, soothing almost. And just, like, the very, like, subtle pink color that they can get, or even that, like, nice red that they'll get at certain times of the year, and, like, when the petals fall and stuff. It's just, I think they're beautiful. So I'm a really big fan of, like, cherry blossom trees, or just, like, art that has cherry blossom trees in it. Another water type one, so that's really cute. Another Vaporeon thing hanging out there, swinging on the little swing there. That's pretty cute. I like this one with all the evolution, like Eevee and friends kind of thing. You got like Sylveon's rainbow here, Leafeon's tail, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, Espeon, Glaceon, Umbreon in the back. You even got the Pokemon Center from the new game Scarlet and Violet, because like I know it is the new Pokemon Center because it got that big, like, gas station pole thing on top, or whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty cool. I like this one. Kind of like get like the evolution stones in the background there on a case. Wild Eevee taking a snooze. Okay, so these are for alligator. So let's pick an Eevee one here. Honestly, it's got to be either the Cherry Blossom tree or this water one. I don't know if I could pick between the two. So we're just going to go with both of them. I like this water one here with the Vaporeon stuff in the background. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of any art that has like water in it like this. And I just love Cherry Blossom trees. So those are probably my two favorites there for the Eevee. Let's get into the Feraligatr here. Very fierce. The hard part for me is going to be the Feraligatr one. When I played Pokemon Johto, I'm a huge Feraligatr fan. I like Feraligatr. I always picked Totodile when I started. Even in the anime as a kid, I loved Ash's Totodile. I thought he was always goofy and funny. And Feraligatr being a literal alligator, a lot of these are going to be underwater, which will be tough for me. But so far, this is really cool. I like this one as well. A little hard to see kind of everything, but I think that's kind of the point. We got a Feraligatr with a Fletchling and a Totodile. It's really cool. Just Feraligatr just chilling in the water, hanging out, kind of just like as like a family almost. I love that. This one's very realistic, like a realistic Feraligatr, so that's pretty cool. This one almost being like a swamp monster, kind of like that. This is really pretty. I like all the very bright colors as well in this one. Very scary. Definitely trying to like eat Magikarp. This one looks like it's not having a good time. This one looks like it's running for its dear life. I like these. These are good. These are really good. This is cool. I like all the like the Totodiles and the Crocodile kind of just like hanging out like this is their like area. It's really awesome. I love how this one, like, I don't know, he's like chasing a meal. I can't tell what this is. I think it's a Lechonk. I think that's what this is right here. This is a Lechonk. This was that. That's what that is right here. Oh my gosh, just snapping this log right in half. Absolutely incredible. All these arts are crazy. Just snoozing all these fletchlings just hanging out. That's a thing, right? Like when alligators are I think like when alligators are like sleeping or whatever, they're kind of just like floating on top of the water. Birds will come in and like hang on top of them and just like sit themselves on top of the alligator, on like the alligator. So I like how people are taking this fletchling and kind of being like, hey, this tiny bird is hanging out on the alligator. So that's pretty cool. A lot of people picked for alligator to draw for sure. Eevee had a lot less than I thought it would. Definitely a lot more for alligator than like Eevee or anything. Okay, so we're getting into Koraidon. So this one's gonna be tough for me. Just because, like I said, they're all like water based, which is really cool. I like this one a lot. I like the kind of like the art style that it is. I like that a lot. But if I had to pick my favorite Feraligatr one, I'm gonna have to pick. I like this one a lot, but it's the cover photo, which means it's kind of someone else's favorite, which isn't a bad thing. Just I don't know. It's a little too. There's not enough going on in it for me. I guess I like art that has a lot going on, or it has like a lot of like background to it. I would probably say my favorite is gonna have to either be this one right here with all the colorful flowers, or I really also enjoyed this one. But I think it's going to have to go to this one here with all the very beautiful flowers in it. It kind of reminds me of that cherry blossom thing that I was talking about earlier with all the pink and stuff like that. And then, of course, like Feraligatr just hanging out. So let's go down here to the Koraidons. All right. Went too far. Okay. Now, for those who don't know, I played Pokemon Scarlet. That was the game that I had bought and I had played. However, I'm not like the biggest fan of Koraidon. I like Miraidon more. I just think it looks cooler. But I don't know. I like Miraidon more because of the card game, I feel like. But as far as aesthetics go, I like Koraidon more. But I've grown to like Miraidon more than Koraidon over time. So we're just going to quickly scroll through these here. I like this volcano one. I think this is cool. I like that one a lot. Okay, yeah, so these are kind of all, like, very similar in the way of, like... I like this a lot, actually. This is really cool, like, Koraidon running with the Flamigo and stuff behind. That's really cool. Okay, so we're in Toxtricity. Yeah, my favorite one's got to go to this Flamigo one. That's just so cool. I like that a lot. It's very simplistic. It's got, like, that kind of... that water type thing going on into it that I really like in art. And just in Pokemon cards in general, I like that a lot. So definitely have to go to that Koraidon right there. All right, let's take a look at this Toxtricity amp form. I like this a lot. Got the phone here taking a picture of the Toxtricity, kind of like it's playing in a band, which will kind of be like something very similar to what's going to be going on with a lot of these Toxtricity, because its whole thing is like it plays music, and that's kind of Toxtricity's whole shtick, is that it does music, and a lot of its moves are music based. So these are pretty cool so far. Oh, this one kind of cool based off of, like, Pierre's gym. You can see, like, the Obstagoon back there, and I think that's Pierre's right there. So that's pretty cool. I don't even think in the game, though, I don't think they have a Toxtricity. I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. I like this one a lot with the graffiti, kind of, like, got the Grafai down there. It'd be cool if you could add, like, a Smeargle in here, too, kind of, like, having those both in the same thing. It'd be pretty cool. So far, pretty cool. Okay, so we're into Pikachu. So I think my favorite one's going to be the first one we actually seen, which was the one where they're taking a picture. Actually, I don't know. I like this one a lot, but I really like this one. I like the, like, leaned back, just, like, is ready to go kind of thing. So this one probably might be my favorite for the Toxtricity here. I love the, like, leaned way back, ready to go. I'm a big heavy metal fan. I listen to a lot of, like, screamo music and stuff like that. So this reminds me of, like, a heavy metal concert. So I'm definitely here for that, for sure. So, favorite Toxtricity one will be that one. Going into Pikachu, everybody loves Pikachu. Pikachu is Pikachu. So I'm just going to be kind of not scrolling really quickly through these, but we're not going to spend too much time on Pikachu just because at the end of the day, it's Pikachu. Everybody likes Pikachu. I've never heard anyone that says they don't like Pikachu, but I could be wrong. This one's just kind of derpy. I like its big cheek. This one's pretty cool, very colorful. I like that a lot. Okay, so we're into Bidoof. So that's not a lot of Pikachu. So a lot of people decided to not do Pikachu. I'd honestly probably say my favorite Pikachu probably has to be this one. It's just very colorful. It's very bright. It showcases that Pikachu is powerful with the electric type attacks, with all the different like lightning bolts and stuff kind of going on behind. Like kind of like that, like big. Remember like in cartoons they have like that wow effect where it has like that big like wow like spiked bubble thing or whatever. That's what this reminds me of a lot. So I like this a lot. So that's definitely my favorite Pikachu one there for sure. We're into Bidoof, the beaver, the Pokemon god, I guess if it were. Some people call Bidoof the Pokemon god. This will be another tough one for me. I'm a big water person. I love this. This is too cute. Just got like the Bidoof hanging out on the back, floating down the river. Got the little log in its mouth. That's really cute. This one's really cute as well. I like this. Very simplistic. Got like kind of the dam in the background there. Hanging out on Bidoof's little house. Oh, these are really good. These are really good. Snoozing with this little bubble, with a little water bubble from sleeping. Oh man, taking a nap on the job, working on this tree, taking a little nap. Yeah, these are good. These are really good. I like these, like the Lotad and the Wooper. This might have to be my favorite one here. I like this one a lot. Look at his cute little face all smushed together. I don't know if I'd be chewing on that though. I mean, that's above like a water. I don't know about that. That would be very dangerous. I like this a lot. Very, very bright, very colorful. Kind of hard to tell it's in water though. If it wasn't for like these like water, like the splash bubbles right here, I don't think I'd ever be able to tell that it was in the water. I love the stuffed animal type ones where it's got like the kind of fuzzy furry stuff, like the little felt or whatever you want to call it. I like those a lot. I think they're really cool, but it's never been my favorite. I've always just been like, yeah, those are neat because it's really hard to pull off and make it look good. But when people do it, they really do look good. We got like a clay type one here, so that's pretty cool. Kind of mimicking the cards. Got another one going into the water here. Another one going into the water. A lot of people here picked Bidoof. I like this a lot. I like this type of art. I think this art's very cool. Yeah, a lot of people pick up Bidoof. I love the whole family kind of just like building their dam. I mean, beavers do usually kind of work on dams together. It's not like a one-man job. Okay, so we're into Flagon. So let's go up here and pick our favorite Bidoof. I think my favorite Bidoof is going to have to be the one. Let's see. I think it's this one. Excuse me. I think it's probably my favorite Bidoof here. With the Lotad, the Wooper kind of got me with the lily pads and stuff. This is definitely my favorite Bidoof one here for sure. Love that a lot. So let's go down here to the Flygon and take a look. So we got the Flygon with the Butterfreeze. Okay, pretty cool. If any of these Butterfreeze had the scarf on like Ash's did, I would probably lose it. And that would be like my favorite, hands down. I love the Flygon with the Crocodile here hanging out. I never really played. I played Ruby and Sapphire. Like I played the games as a kid and stuff. But I never used Flygon for anything. Like I just kind of always forgot Flygon exists. I was always like, oh my gosh, I have to get a Bagon so I can get Salamence. Or I would, oh my gosh, I have to get Beldum so I can get a Metagross. Like that was kind of always what I did. I was kind of just forgot Flygon exists. You're not even required to go into the desert in the video game. I don't think either. Like you do for like one thing, and you don't have to be in there very long. That's like the only place you can get a Trapinch that evolves into Vibrava, which then evolves into Flagon. So, kind of one of those things where, you know, it is what it is. So, I'm not a huge fan of Flagon just like as a Pokemon. I mean, I don't have anything against Flagon, but the arts are just very similar. Very, like, trying to have all these, like, swirling tornadoes. I like this one a lot with, like, the Cacnea kind of swirling around the Trapinch down at the bottom here. That one's definitely pretty up there for me so far. A lot of like Flygon flying upside down. I don't know if that's like a reference to something. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm not too sure. So we will have to. Okay, I like this a lot. Another tornado, like all the Trapinch at the bottom kind of thing. Okay, so we're into Melmetal. Definitely my favorite Flygon would have to be the first one I point out, which is this one here. I really like this version of the Flygon just kind of flying around with the tornado and stuff. I think looks really cool. Scrolling down here for a second, get into the Melmetals. Once again, I actually will say this, and I will say this very honestly. I actually don't like Melmetal as a Pokemon. I think it's dumb. I don't... And I'm sorry if I'm bashing anyone's favorite Pokemon being Melmetal or anything like that. It's just... As someone who worked on cars for a good portion of his life, and worked at like machine shops and stuff, it's just, to me, it's just like a nut and bolts. Like, I don't... It just isn't my thing. But once again, we will pick our favorite. I play a lot of World of Warcraft, so this reminds me a lot of Ironforge, if anyone knows what that is. Basically just like a dwarven city that has a bunch of like forges where they're constantly like making weapons and stuff like that. So that's what this reminds me of a lot. So this one's pretty up there for me. So that's pretty cool. Drinking what seems to be gasoline, maybe? I'm not too sure. That's pretty cool. I'm surprised we don't have one like a trash heap. Oh, never mind. Okay, we have one right here in a trash heap. Makes sense. We got there. Ripping off what seems to be like a piece of a ruin or something. I'm not too sure. They also keep making like Melmetal into like Meltans, which I think like in order to get a Melmetal, you have to like have like a certain, like, maybe this might be Pokemon Go or something, but you have to like you have to have a certain amount of Meltans that will kind of like form to Melmetal. Over some period of time. Okay, so we're getting into Charizard. Definitely my favorite Melmetal for sure. Has to be the one that I pointed out with Ironforge kind of vibes to it, which will be this one here. So definitely like that one a lot. Scrolling down here to Charizard. Everybody loves Charizard. I'm expecting a good chunk of these to be Charizard. I believe after Charizard we have... Okay, they just have like versions of them as cards. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, okay. So we'll take a look at the Charizards here. We'll take a quick look at those cards, and then that will be it, folks. So we got this Charizard here hanging out with Charmander's all up on the kind of cliff and stuff. I like that a lot. Charizard taking a snooze as it likes to do. Charizard, this like fire tornado is pretty cool. Very bright red colors. I don't know. Got the water. Got the Charizard near. Got the Wingull. I'm here for it. We got Charizard in a battle stadium, ready just kind of being... very fierce, but very much showboating a little bit, if it were. So pretty cool. Charizard taking on Rayquaza. That's bold. That's very, very bold. Charizard probably seismic tossing something. I'm not too sure what he has. I think that's Blastoise, right? 'Cause that's like his can. I think it's like his shell, maybe. Not too sure. Could be wrong with that though. Very cool. I like this night one a lot. I like this a lot. I like the reds and the purples and like kind of the moon in the background. His tail's going around it, and then you have like the crescent moon right there. It's pretty cool. I like this a lot. Kind of like using Slash coming down, scratching the front of the picture here. Very, very cool. I'm not a too big fan of this one though. I don't like how its legs all kind of like stretched out, but maybe that's just me. I love this. Very majestic. Got kind of like a whole scenic background to it. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of like having a really nice background with like the Pokemon in it. I'm a really big fan of that. I like this a lot with the Miniors, all the different shooting stars of Miniors coming in. Charizard fighting a Duraludon. Got another Charizard in the water here. Charizard in the sky. Pretty cool. Charizard in the winter with what looks to be like orange berries or some sort of berries. Lots of Charizards though. Charizard protecting a Charmander. I like this. I think this is my favorite one right here. Charizard just doing its job protecting its tail from going out and Charmander's tail from going out. Because for those that don't know, and I learned this in the anime as a kid, when Charmander's tail goes out, or Charmeleon, or even Charizard, if its tail stops burning, like altogether entirely, it goes 100% out, it dies. Like, dies. Not like, oh, I'm going to take it back to the PC and restore it. No, like it's dead forever. So, pretty cool. Definitely love how Charizard kind of doing like the Mother Nature type thing, or the protective guardian, and protecting Charmander from his tail going out. So we'll pick our favorite card as well, and then we'll kind of go from there. Let's see, I'm not worried about the attacks or any of this like stuff like that. We're just gonna look based on the art card itself here. So we'll do that and kind of go from there. Let's take a look. I like this one a lot. This is really cool. I like all the electric coming off the edges of the card here. This one's also really cool with the electric coming off the card. Bidoof EX. Could you imagine having a Bidoof EX card? I don't know. It's a little crazy. Charizard EX. I like this Charizard EX probably the most as a card, but I'd probably say my favorite card out of all these is going to have to be this Toxtricity EX right here. I just love the purples and the blues and the kind of like somewhat greens and like the orange a little bit here. Coming off the page, Toxtricity just like pulling back with all of its like electricity ready to rock and roll. So that's really cool. Definitely a big shout outs to all these people like putting in some amazing art, amazing time and effort and dedication that it takes to do things like this. Like I had said in before, I am not an artistic person by any means. My handwriting is completely illegible. You can't hardly read it most of the time. I'm not artistic. I cannot draw. I can't paint very well. It's not my thing. But I always try just to have fun with it and just kind of like, if I do go paint something, I always just like, I'm going to just have fun. And it is what it is. I don't even care. But I always like to at least look at art. I always find looking at art very interesting, very entertaining. Because like I had said, I'm not artistic, but I can at least appreciate something else that someone does that looks very cool. I can be very appreciative and very supportive of someone else's hard work, even though it's something that I can't do myself. So with that being said, congratulations to all of these people's hard work and dedication they took to just do all of these art. I mean, there's so much that we looked through for this video here in just the episode. Really, really cool. Love to see it. I think it was like, what, 300 entries it had said? Yeah, the top 300. So there's probably more than 300, but these are the top 300. And the theme of this year's contest was to draw artwork capturing magical Pokemon moments that could encompass the Pokemon enjoying a moment in its day or showing the Pokemon looking cool or dynamic. So, really, really cool. Absolutely awesome. For the first time ever. Yeah, based on a standard Pokemon card or a Pokemon EX card. So you can kind of base it off of that if you wanted to. You didn't have to come up with your own idea. And you can even view in this news story, look at the past ones we've had before. Like I said, we've had other contests in the Pokemon trading card game or the Pokemon just in general of different art styles and stuff. So that's really cool. First place gets a 5,000 cash prize, 15 judges awards cash prize. So that's really cool. Really, really love to see it. Alrighty, guys, let's jump right in to that outro. Alrighty, that's gonna do it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments below if any of those art pieces that we had looked at was any one of you. Let me know, because I definitely want to, like I said, show support and show appreciation to the people that did put in a lot of hard work for these art pieces, because they are very cool, very majestic, very dynamic, and it takes a lot of time to do something like that. And I think they deserve as much recognition as any of the Pokemon trading card players do, or the video game players, or any of the Go players, or the judges, or anything like that. They deserve just as much recognition and appreciation as we do. So thank you so much to all the people that submitted art. Even though we didn't get to see every single art piece that got submitted, we at least got to see the top 300, and then we'll get to see the winners as well, and we'll go over the winners and stuff and look at those when the time comes in September of this year. But if you guys enjoy the content I've been making stuff for here on the channel, don't forget to leave a like, smash the subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!